Hello everybody, my name is Park Pass and I'm right here at the entrance to Disneyland. In today's video, I'm gonna do one amazing secret of every single land here at Disneyland. What? Yeah, let's get into it. I've been doing Park Pass now for almost a little over 8 years. I revealed hundreds, maybe if not thousands of secrets. In today's video, I'm gonna be revealing one secret from each land, and these secrets I've never revealed on this channel, ever. Let's get into it. You ready? At the end of the video, tell me how many of these secrets did you really know? Okay, so the very first secret that we're going to reveal is going to be here on Main Street, USA. Kinda. I don't know if it's part of Main Street, USA or not. You'll have to tell me and what you guys think. All right, we're gonna walk down here to the end of Main Street, USA. Of course, Main Street, you're supposed to be at the corner of the Century, and oh no. You guys, I could make some kind of like poop joke, but I don't think poop jokes, they're not my favorite, but they are a solid number 2.
I don't think this is the time for that type of humor.
For those of you who are new to the channel, yes, that's the humor that we do here. Okay, continue on. So this Main Street is supposed to be kind of turn of the century, very Americana, and we're gonna go right down here to reveal the very first secret. But I see, Fresh Baked! That, of course, is Liz from Fresh Baked. Hi, how are you? And we're gonna go right down here. Now, this is why I want you to tell me, is this part of Main Street? I consider it part of Main Street, but once you really start to think about it, you're like, is it part of Main Street? Right here to the left side, we have the Jolly Holiday Cafe. The secret I'm gonna reveal is in this particular cafe. Now, is this cafe part of Main Street? I think so. This cafe is patterned and after it's like an homage and a thank you to Mary Poppins. Almost everything inside is referencing Mary Poppins. Yep, the Jolly Holiday. There's a little penguin on top to let you know that this is all for Mary Poppins. So let's go in here. When you first come in, you're gonna see that, of course, again, this is all Mary Poppins stuff, but what you're gonna see is looking down here on the ground, you're going to see the chalk mural that Bert, you know, Mary's Bert, was painting on the sidewalk before it got washed away by rain and they jumped into it. This is exactly the mural that Bert was painting in Mary Poppins. And like, once you see it, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I not notice that? Did you know that one?
Why do you always complicate things that are really quite simple? Give me your hands, Michael. Don't slouch. 1, 2...
Is the Jolly Holiday, is that part of Main Street? I think so. You tell me what you think in the comments down below. All right, now, for the next secret that you don't know, we're gonna go into Tomorrowland. And this one is just mind-blowing. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. We're entering into Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland, I think, is a great land. And we have a secret here, and the secret's on Space Mountain, one of the best roller coasters, built in 1977, and fantastic roller coaster. Simulates flying in space. Now, of course, Space Mountain, you're supposed to be flying around in space. And when they were coming up with ideas, and they're like, how do you simulate flying in space? And they're like, well, it's gotta be kind of dark, you need stars, maybe some asteroids flying by. And they were trying to come up with ideas, they're like, well, how do you do that? And one of the ideas that I came up with is projection. They're like, we'll project the stars on the ceiling, and we'll project like these asteroids flying by on the ceiling, and that'll look really cool. But there's a problem. This little drawing here is gonna make more sense in just a moment. The problem with the idea of projecting stars and asteroids on the ceiling is you've got like the support beams, you got all the things up there, and that would interact with the stars and make it look kind of wonky. So, Disney Imagineers came up with this amazing idea. They put the support beams for Space Mountain on the outside. Here we are for Space Mountain, and that's the beautiful building of Space Mountain. I always thought it was kind of like a cool aesthetic, but you see those beams? Those beams on the outside of Space Mountain are the structural support beams to hold it up. They put them on the outside, that way the ceiling was somewhat smooth so they could project stars and have asteroids flying on it without it being interfered by support beams. They put the support beams on the outside. Disney, can you believe that? That's what those ridges are. ingenious, absolutely crazy. Disney was so concerned about the stars and on the projections not looking authentic enough that they've come up with a new way and put those support structures on the outside of Space Mountain right there. That way you can, sorry, it's so hot here, got my umbrella out. That way you can see the stars unobstructed. Wow. It is so hot and I'm sweating like crazy. All right, okay. Wow. Let's go to the next land to do a secret reveal. Let's go into Toontown. Toontown! The Matterhorn is open and running and you can hear the wind blowing. I wish that you could actually feel that cold wind. It's a hot one. So we're gonna go down there here and you take us right into Toontown. Do you know what a sister city is? Sister city? The sister city is when your city that your hometown you live in, usually they have like a sister city somewhere around the globe, and that's like your sister city. And I remember like when I was in high school, we learned about the city I lived in, their sister city, and we wrote letters to students there and they wrote back to us. So most cities have what's called a sister city. Oh, look at that. It's looking really good. I love the submarines. Like I was saying, most cities have a sister city and somewhere around the globe. Well, Toontown, they have multiple sister cities. Oh, we gotta show this. This is the Celebrate 70th little cavalcade. It's not very long. I remember seeing this opening day. I was so excited for it because they have Duffy and Shelly Mae at the beginning. It's now gonna be, it's only gonna be running for another 2 weeks or so, and that's gonna be done. That's Shelly Mae. Shelly Mae, there he is. Oh, she looks great. Way to go, Shelly Mae! Hey! And here goes Duffy. Mickey's best friend, his little stuffed animal. Hey, Duffy! Woo! And there's Max on the dancers. You know they're working so hard, and it's hot, and they're amazing. It's awesome. There go the dancers, looking good. All right, woo! There they are, awesome. They're doing a good job, guys. Here come the princesses. You got Pocahontas, Moana. Oh, hi, hello, woo! Merida and Sleeping Beauty, and then the dancers. Woo! The dancers, they look so great. Their outfits are so special. There goes Goofy. Oh my gosh, Chip and Dale, looking great, Goofy! This was jam-packed when it first started going, but you'll see, like, nobody's here watching this. It's almost done. They're almost done with this cavalcade. Only 2 more weeks. Woo! Get it, Pluto! Yeah. Let's go, Minnie! Woo! Thank you, Pluto! Love you too! Oh my gosh, here they all are! Here they all are, I love it! You guys. There's some tea. There's Captain Hook, ending it with style. That's how he does it. It is so hot, I'm just sweating right in my eyes like crazy. Let's continue on to Toontown. Let's walk into Toontown, and here you're gonna see a sign that's gonna show Toontown's sister cities. Now they don't call them sister cities, I think they call them friendship cities, or like maybe like buddy cities if I remember correctly. But Toontown doesn't just have one, it has multiple buddy cities. Entering right in here to Toontown. Let's go find the buddy cities to Toontown. All right, let's get in here and find the little friendship cities of Mickey's Toontown. There are actually 4 of them, and they all have pretty strong significance to Mickey. Here's a sign that most people just walk right on by. It says, "Welcome to Toontown. Best friend city with Duckburg, Spoonerville, Hot Dog Hills, and Mouston." Of course, Duckburg is easy. Everybody knows Duckburg. That's where Scrooge McDuck lives, and they got DuckTales. Very easy, reminiscent town. Spoonerville. What is Spoonerville? Spoonerville is where Max, Goofy, and Pete live in Goofy Movie and Goof Troop. Now the name Spoonerville, that comes from J. Michael Spooner, who was an artist who worked on Goof Troop and did all the background and for Goof Troop. So they named the city after him, Spoonerville. The next best friend city is Hot Dog Hills. So Disney Jr. has a show, I think they changed the name, it's called Mickey and the Roadster Racers, but I think they changed the name of it. But that takes place in Hot Dogville. And hot dog, by the way, was the very first word that Mickey Mouse ever said. So, Hot Dogville. And lastly, we have Mousetown. Mousetown is a fictional city that's created in 1990 in the comics. It's a town where Mickey Mouse lives, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. Apparently Goofy has 2 hometowns. And it is located in northern Calisoda. Calisoda is, of course, a fictional state. Think about maybe like California and Minnesota mixed together. And it's kind of like a northern California. That's where Mousetown is. So there you guys know. This is the best friend cities of Toontown. Why have one when you could have 4? Welcome to Toontown, best friend cities with Duckburg, Spoonerville, Hot Dog Hills, and Mousetown. All right, now we have to go into Fantasyland. Fantasyland. Let's enter into Fantasyland, the most crowded and hectic of all the lands. Not a bad thing, it's a big draw for families because this is where a lot of little kids are going to want to spend their time. A lot of fun rides, a lot of great rides, a lot of good character meet and greets, a lot of fun things for families to do. You don't have to worry about height restrictions. You just come here, enjoy their time in Fantasyland. That's what a lot of families do with little ones, as they should. Did you know that Fantasyland is divided by 2 countries? Yeah, it is, right down the middle. It's representing 2 different countries here in Disneyland. When you first enter into Fantasyland, the buildings on the right-hand side represent England, and the buildings on the left-hand side represent Germany. The architecture is reminiscent of English and German architecture. This is up here, that is called English Tudor. We got a little, like, kind of looks like stucco and little wood beams. Why is this England? Well, this shop right here is a Sword in the Stone. It takes place in England. We walk right down here. The next attraction you have here is Peter Pan, which also takes place in England. You see the English Tudor on it, even up on above the doors like this. And then when you walk all the way down to the last part of the building, it's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which also takes place in England. A little summer cottage in England. All the architecture here on this side is reminiscent of English architecture. See the overhanging right there, top floor is overhanging. You got the English Tudor. Come down here, you've got bricks, a lot of bricks in England. Pitched roofs, bricks, English. All right, we backtrack. Now I want you to look at the left-hand side of the screen. This is Snow White and Pinocchio. Both of those take place in Germany. You'll notice that they are using more stones and boulders, rocks for the architecture, reminiscent of how German engineering, efficient. And then coming down here to Pinocchio is also representative of what the villages will look like in Germany. Let's go over here. So this Fantasyland is literally divided between the English and the German side. You got a little German engineering over here. Let's get out of everybody's way as we're walking. You'll notice that they have boulders down here, ramparts. Absolutely fantastic, if you ask me. I love that Disney's done that. Such attention to detail that most people will never even notice. All right, we're gonna loop around and we come around this way into Frontierland. My eyes are literally burning. I put sunscreen on and of course I'm sweating so much it's running to my eyes. Ouchies. Actually, let's stop at Red Rose Tavern, get a little sweet treat and something to eat and get the sweat out of my eyes. A little sustenance before we continue on. Hamburger down, little pickle left. Now let's eat the French fries. Whoa, Castan is here. This is crazy. Looking good, always.
I know I am. Thank you for noticing.
He's on the Bell side of the restaurant. That's crazy. Wow, I was hungrier than I thought. I also drank all my water. I got to refill that up. All right, I feel better. Okay, so now we're going to go into Frontierland, which is going to take us into Batuu, Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Land, whatever you want to call it. Oftentimes people always ask me, like, Chris, how do you learn these secrets? How do you learn? Most of the time it's through research. Interesting enough, the one land I have the hardest time doing trivia or secrets about is Star Wars Land. In the 8 years I've been doing this channel, I've received hundreds and hundreds of emails from Disney people, from cast members, from custodial, from security, from ride operators, from restaurateurs, from mid-management, even some like executive levels, and they're like, hey, did you notice this? Did you notice this? And they're always so proud of Disneyland, and they want me to talk about something that they like. And I love that when that happens. Interesting enough, in that entire time, I've never once received an email about a cool fact for Batuu or Star Wars Land. I think I have lots of reasons. I think there are lots of theories. I think when Disney first started building stuff, they weren't meant to be secrets. They're like, we're gonna build like this, and the reason we're doing it is because of this. Like, we're gonna build this side to look like Germany, this side's gonna look like England. It wasn't meant to be a secret. And but as time goes on, people kind of forget, and then a few people learn this and they pass it on. Well, with Batuu, I don't know if there's that cohesiveness of when they're building it with all those secrets in mind or the history in mind. And so this is just the one land I have the hardest time coming up with new secrets. That being said, we are entering into Batuu. We're gonna go right here to the bazaar. Right over here. Gonna hang a left. Right over here. Oh, there's the stormtroopers. I love talking to characters. The only ones I get nervous talking to are stormtroopers. I always get nervous talking to them. I don't know why. I always get nervous because I feel like I'm doing something wrong or something. I don't know. Okay, let's head into the bazaar. Oh, before we get there though, they have the little droids walking around. I gotta see these. There they are. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Olaf from Disneyland Paris, that animatronic Olaf, if you guys seen that video, but there they are. Orange one's my favorite because my favorite color. That's amazing. Oh, they're kind of talking and laughing. They're like kind of like they're gossiping. Now the red one's coming over. They're like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, there's the green one.
Checking with you in 5.
They said, get back to work. There's the orange one, red one, and a green one. It's absolutely amazing. He's scanning it, trying to get ready to fix it. Speedster. There's orange. All right, orange. They're marching. They're marching. That's awesome. All right, let's head in the bazaar. Here we go. Walking in here. All right, we're going here. This is like the pet store, and most people know there's like this little. It's like this little beastie. He kind of like growls at you, or sometimes moves around snapping right now. But that's not the one I want to show you. There's a better one that's hidden that most people don't even know exists. I'm gonna turn around. Look at that cage up there. You can see its eyes. Yeah, they see his little eyes in there. Let's go around here, see if we can get a better look. It's hard to see because he's hidden by those lamps. It's really hard to see him. Did you guys know about that? This creature up there with eyes watching you? Okay, so this is like a lava cat, which is what is up there, but this is a version of it. So you can see it's got like a little white beard, and same thing in its eyes, but it's right up there. You kind of see his beard every once in a while, and its eyes looking at you. Yeah, there you go. And that white part is his little beard. There you go. Did you know about that little hidden creature up there looking around and looking at you the whole time? All right, now we're gonna walk through Batu. That's gonna take us into Tiana's Bayou. What's it called? Bayou Country now. I always still want to call it Critter Country, but it's now Bayou Country. And this is a deep, deep cut. I think you guys will like this one. Okay, so we are now going to enter into the Bayou Country. Like I said, I always think of it as Critter Country. But before it was Critter Country, it was called Bear Country. And they had an attraction here, the Country Bear Jamboree. They closed that down to remake a new attraction, the Winnie the Pooh attraction here. But in Florida, they still have the Country Bear Jamboree. There they go, my favorite. Canoes! Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Anyways, why am I telling you about the Country Bear Jamboree? Well, it had all these really funny songs, but after a while in Florida, they totally redid all the songs. The Country Bear Jamboree. They took out all the songs like Blood on the Saddle, and Every Guy That Turns Me On Turns Me Down. All those songs that some people maybe considered problematic, they got rid of them and they redid a whole brand new show, the Country Bear Jamboree, and it debuted July 17th, 2024 in Florida. That was the debut day of the new Country Bear Jamboree show in Florida. July 17th, same birthday as Disneyland. So we are going to enter here into the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree and kind of go to the back. This is a deep cut. Most people have no idea what this is. Okay. We're come all the way back here. This is some remnants of the Country Bear Jamborees. You got Henry, Dude, Wendell. We go right over here. There's a bulletin board. It's got some memorabilia for the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. If you look right down here, there is a guitar pick. And it says opening July 17th, 2024. This was the opening day of the Country Bear Jamboree in Florida. They brought over the musical picks and they put them here so you can see the musical guitar picks from opening day. That's cool. Most people have no idea what that's there for. All right, so we're exiting out of Bayou Country. We're gonna go into New Orleans Square. One of the best lands. Have a very great day. We're gonna go right in here and to New Orleans Square and show you another cool piece of trivia that I've not shown on this channel before. I do like this. This isn't part of the video, but this is kind of fun. You notice that the Hungry Bear Jamboree, the arrow is kind of like a bear paw, and then Tiana's Bayou Adventure is another bear paw. And Mini Adventure Winnie the Pooh is another bear paw. Is this your guys' favorite land? I think it's just really... Now, why is there... This is the only land that's named after a city. Walt really enjoyed New Orleans Square, or New Orleans. I know, I can't pronounce it like they do. I wish I could, like it was at Nylands. But he loved going down there with his wife, Lily. So this whole land is almost kind of a love letter to their relationship. Hi! And it is fantastic land. Of course, those down in Florida who go to it, they have Liberty Square, not New Orleans. Okay, we are gonna go towards the back here to Eudora's shop. Now, Eudora is Tiana's mother, and she has a shop here. And if you remember the story, Tiana was trying her best to save up for a restaurant. And she had a coffee can, and she put all of her earnings, anything she had, into that coffee can. Just saving everything she could so she could afford one day to have her own restaurant. Oh, the bootstrappers. Oh, and Captain Jack. Look at that. That's amazing. I love this. What a treat, what a treat. What a treat. He's kind of clapping off beat, which is exactly what Jack Sparrow would do. Woo! They just said Captain Jack's gonna buy us the first round of drinks. So. This is right in front of where we want to go, Eudora's. And this is a treat. Woo! Uh-oh. Building that crescendo. I have never seen this. I mean, I've seen the Bootstrappers, I've seen Captain Jack Sparrow, but I've never seen them together. Hey, Bootstrappers! Woo! Captain Jack, he's snuck out. Well, that's okay. Well done, well done. We're gonna go right here into Eudora's Chic Boutique. All right, let's go in. Here we are going in. Ooh, it's a little bit of air conditioning, which is great. Okay, now, these are all the coffee cans. And if you look, there is one that's representative of her from the movie. There's the Restaurant Fund coffee can. And it's up pretty high on the shelf. Little ones, you might have to kind of help them so that take a look up there. You see I got a little coffee grinder up there to grind up the coffee to put in the cans. And that's her can for her Restaurant Fund. I know you can't tell because you're sitting at home. I hope you're enjoying it and I hope you feel comfortable, but it is so hot and I'm sweating so hard. Wow, and the sunscreen's running right in my eyes. Ow, 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 ow. We're gonna go in here to Adventureland, and I'm hot and tired, and I'm gonna have to even get hotter and tireder for this next one. So, the waterfall in the Jungle Cruise is named Schweitzer Falls. Now the joke is, hi, how are you? The joke is, it's named after its founder, everybody, Albert, hi guys. Albert, it was like Schweitzer, it's like, no, his last name was Falls. Albert Falls. And he started like this jungle skipper canteen down in Florida. And his daughter, Alberta, ended up taking it over. And she was the business person of the year. And she kept winning all these awards, saying businessman of the year. She kept crossing out businesswoman. Eventually, I think after 5 or 6 times, they turned it into business person of the year. I'll show you. Originally, it was Dr. Albert Falls. As you see, on March 12th, you got the 1912. He won Businessman of the Year, presented in 1917, and then he won again in 1928. He then turned it over to his daughter. His daughter changed it from businessman to businesswoman in 32. She won again in 33. Businesswoman again in 35. Businesswoman again in 36. Then finally, in 1937, they said Businesswoman of the Year, Alberta Falls. So now you know that who Alberta Falls is. We're gonna go into this Adventureland treehouse. Walk up all the stairs to the daughter's room, and the daughter wants to be an explorer. She wants to go exploring, and of course she's got a dream to be an explorer, so she's writing letters to all the people she admires, and one of them is to Alberta Falls. So, of course, you write letters to your heroes. You know, the only letter I've ever written to celebrity was to Matthew Lillard. I just thought he was so cool. Okay. This is Mother's Magical Musical Parlor, but we're gonna walk right through here. Okay, this is the daughter's room. It's gonna be kind of hard, but let's get a picture of her correspondence right over here. Now, the daughter is writing a letter. She loved these telescopes and this, and she's writing a letter here. And I'm gonna take photos of it and just do a voiceover so you can see what she says. And she's sending her telescopes to Alberta Falls for safekeeping. This is kind of crazy because doing a little more observation on these letters and digging a little bit deeper, I realized this was not the daughter writing a letter. This is a letter she received. And this is what it says. In a nutshell, it's basically saying that they're going to be sending her some high-powered lenses, a telescope, and that Alberta will be holding them for her until she can retrieve them. How amazing is that? So Alberta is actually friends with her, and she's going to hold on to those high-powered lenses until she can get there, and then maybe one day she can make her own discovery of her own. Oh my gosh, it is so hot. I'm sweating like crazy. I love that Disney's done that, where they have the interconnected stories. So yeah, so here we go. Tarzan's, well, not Tarzan's treehouse, whoa. The Adventureland treehouse has a connection to the Jungle Cruise, Alberta Falls. This is just kind of fun. I think most people know this one, but there's a book here called A Direct Guide to Treehouse Living by Kenneth Cooper Anakin. Kenneth Anakin was the director of Swiss Family Robinson, the movie. All right, so that's a fun little trivia fact for Adventureland. Now we have just the last land we have to go to, Frontierland. Frontierland. There's my canoes. Woo-woo! Go canoes. Hey! You're doing great! Keep it up! Hey! All right, so we're walking here into Frontierland. Now, Frontierland, of course, is a Western-themed land. And in the ride, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, you ride right past Rainbow Ridge, which is called a boom town. Boom. A boom town was, back in the olden days, the reason they call it boom town is it would just explode with population. And what it is that somebody would find a settlement, like they're mining gold, and they found like a motherload of gold. And the second the word got out, everybody would descend on the area. A town would almost get established overnight, gambling, bars, saloons, houses, and the population would grow like crazy. And that town would be sustained until the gold ran out. And then once the gold ran out, everybody moved on to the next boom town. So that's what happened here to Rainbow Ridge. It was a boom town. The gold is obviously gone. The population is declining. Do you know what the population is? I'll show you. I got permission to come back here. It's usually where the line where Thunder Mountain is. But there's a sign here that most people don't see. It shows the life and birth of Rainbow Ridge. Welcome to Rainbow Ridge, the biggest little boom town in the West. Population 2015, 247,85, and now it's population 38. Elevation 135 feet. I love this sign. I think it's really cool. Little tiny boom down there. Population, only 38 people live here now. From 2,000. Holy cow. Another really cool detail about the sign is you'll notice that the sign is printed. All the populations are printed. But then when it gets down to 38, it's just handwritten. The person who's printed the sign, they've even left the city. So they had to write it in hand, population 38. Amazing little detail. Whew. And that is the end of those secrets. So I have something else I need to talk to you guys about. So let's find me a little spot where I can talk to you. If you want to come down and see these secrets for yourself, oh, look. Outside Beams, Space Mountain. If you want to come down and see these outside beams all for yourself, let me tell you how to do it. There's a link down below in our description. If you click on that link, you'll get the lowest prices on your tickets to Disneyland, Disney World, Universal Studios, the hotels, everything. Lowest prices. So that save yourself some money and use that link to get the lowest prices. It's the best thing and easiest way to do it. All right, I gotta find a spot. All right, there's a little table right here and some shade. Wow, it's hot. Let's add some water. My eyes are stinging because I got some sunscreen lotion in my eyes. But it's okay. I just want to take a quick little moment because I need to talk to you. Just you for a brief moment. I'm talking to you right now. You matter. You do. And I know somebody's watching this video for the very first time going, what is this guy doing? I just want you to know how amazing you are. You matter. You make the world a better place. And if you're struggling and feeling a little bit of sadness or depression, it will get better. You don't have the right to quit because you make the world a better place. I appreciate you. I really do. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I'm going to exit out of the park for a little bit, go meet up with my wife and son. It is so hot that I think that's what everybody's doing. It was pretty crowded this morning, but now there's like nobody really. I mean, it's just really hot. Craziness. I will see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button. That's your way of saying, I like this video. If you're feeling very generous, you can subscribe. That's a way of telling me like, hey, make more content. It's free to do. Hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling really, really generous, like, subscribe, and then share this with your family and friends. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Did a little secret in every land. A little secret in every land. Woo! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to get your name on this end card, it's really simple to do. Become a Patreon member. There's a link down below where you become a Patreon and you become a supporter of Provost Park Pass and get your name on the end card and get some extra content as well. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.